first games just launched. You would just press a button on your desktop and they would launch. Soon, that changed with the invention of Steam and the requirement of Steam to play Half-Life and Counter-Strike. Soon, they became bigger and bigger. People would buy games on here and you would launch it and it was good. There were some outliers like Games for Windows Live, which people hated, but I was like one of those guys like, this is not bad. There's nothing wrong with this. Why are people upset about this? Then kind of the big one that actually really branched out was with the launch of Battlefield 3. They were like, Steam, Valve, and EA. Valve changed their kind of terms of service on way you distribute games and DLC, and EA was like, we want to distribute our own DLC. We still want to sell the game here, and Valve was like, nah, we're not gonna have it. And EA was like, well, we're just gonna make our own launcher and do that, and that's where we have Origin. This is practically where you just buy EA games. I don't like, this is a mediocre launcher. It's kind of slow and clunky and not really visually impressive, but it's just another launcher. They actually run a lot of good deals too if you're kind of invested. They had EA Vault, or the Origin Access, which is like $5 a month. You get access to all their Vault stuff. Here we go. Origin Access, you get access to games. Then if you go $15 a month Premiere, you get access to all the games instead of early access with 10 hours. 193 games. So it's kind of cool if you're really into that ecosystem, but like at a point, it's just, I don't know. EA hasn't really put out a really amazing game in a while. Battlefield 5 was a letdown. Mass Effect Andromeda was a letdown. Anthem was a letdown, but it is what it is. Soon, I don't know when Battle.net came online, but Battle.net has always been like a thing, but now it's a launcher. And this is actually, I think, one of the worst and maybe the best launches out there. They do a good job of actually installing games and being able to play. So you can actually install a game, wait, and then you can play it while it's in mid-installation, and so it's streamed a lot, and I think they really do a good job. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were supposed to have that, but most games that say, hey, you can play now, it's usually like, okay, here's a load screen, we're just going to put this, like, hey, you're going to have to wait here. And usually the game starts to slow down because the download's put into a lower state of download speed because you know what I mean. But you really, again, this is more for just Blizzard games. Some people were kind of like, why is Destiny 2 here? It's when they called it the Blizzard launcher. But then Destiny 2 was on there, so we're going to change it back to Battle.net launcher. They do a good job of like, hey, you farm gold and WoW, you can actually buy credits and then buy games in the Battle.net launcher. People were really pissed about Call of Duty Black Ops coming on here. It's just, I thought it was a thing that was supposedly going to happen, that they're going to get all their Activision games on here. Of course, there is a new game coming out, not from Activision, but being published by Activision that's not on here. That's a From Software game. And then kind of GOG was kind of said, hey, a couple years ago, they've been around for actually kind of long time on the web browser, which is still a way you could download games. And so a couple years ago, they got a GOG Galaxy, which I think is maybe one of the best ones, because you actually do, all these launchers require you to have the launcher running to actually play these games. Steam, Battle.net, Epic Launcher, Uplay, for a DRM check. The thing with GOG, what used to be called Good Old Games, is it's just a store. It's really just a store. It's pulling in their web browser. And right now they run actually a lot of good deals too. And a lot of good classic games. You got Caesar 3, which is an amazing game. And they do a little bit better. They do curation. Steam for a while did actually do curation, but they kind of just completely stopped doing that. I like how they present games, their games list. A lot of these are games that I, got and bought and never really played, but you could like tag them, like completed or backlog or games I'm going to play. But a lot of these games are kind of the older games. We got Fallout 3 or Fallout 2. I guess this story is they do a really good job because they actually do a little bit of work on their own. Let's see. How do I search? Oh, no, right here. Fallout 3. It should be here, yeah? They still have it here. Yeah, here. Here's the Game of the Year edition. And this is this works on Windows 10 and Windows 8, but let's see, Fallout 3. This one doesn't work on it's not optimized for Windows 7 and later. So because this still technically has, I think, what do you call it? A little bit of games for Windows Live, and I've tried playing in it, and it was like really shitty. So yeah, that's fun. That's fun. I've heard sometimes there's been some instances where like the GOG version actually ends up on Steam. What they're doing with Warcraft or Diablo, let's see, Diablo, they kind of did their own work, and this game could easily be on the Battle.net launcher too. But like they do their own work. This is 2 versions of this game. There's the original game, which you can play which it still works, or you can play a more enhanced version, which is kind of cool. Like I think what they're doing at GOG is really good. I think if you want to buy some games, these are DRM games. It's kind of funny that a lot of pirated games are actually kind of GOG versions, and they have like a nice little wrapper. It's pretty good. I'm not liking that this fucking website's like taking forever. They're doing a pretty good job. And then kind of like most notably right now is the Epic launcher, and people are pissed about this. People are pissed. Kind of earlier this year, Metro Exodus came out. People were like, "Hey, yeah, this game's coming out." Then or like a month before it came out, they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna do it exclusive on the Epic Store for a year, but it's gonna be $50 instead of $60." And people were like really fucking upset about that. I don't understand why. Like this, Valve came out. It's like sales of the Exodus has been discontinued on Steam due to a publisher discussing to make the game exclusive to another PC store. What the fuck are you talking about? They literally said the game is gonna be coming out next year. They've done this before. I just don't understand. It's another PC store. I don't understand why. Like, who fucking cares? Like, there was so much fucking hate for this, and people are really pissed off about Epic Games due to the fact that Tencent, a Chinese company, has a little bit of stake in this. But Tencent has a lot of shit. They have, I think they might have some stake in Ubisoft and probably EA. They don't have anything in Steam because Steam is still a private company, but still, or Valve, it's a private company. But it's just like this. It's really bad. Kind of the most notable one that came out in the past few days. And they have some exclusives. Like this Epic launcher it's not bad. People are complaining about mod support. I'm like, you guys are fucking like don't understand that there's a website called let's see, Nexus Manager. Yeah, Nexus Manager. Where all the fucking mods were like most mods before Steam were here. And there's even a downloader here, right here. You can just download this for Windows, Vista and 2.8 or even XP. Like it's okay. I have the ad blocker on. I know that it says, "Hey, turn off the ad blocker." I've been to this website. I like this website. I turn off the ad blocker. There's a constant fucking video playing, and it takes forever to load. So there's just tons and tons of games to stream to mod on this Nexus Manager. There's going to be a little bit more riskier stuff on this website too, or it's going to do a better job of saying, hey, if this is not working, go over here. Like Steam mod support is like it's fine. It's great for like some tweaks and shit. But if you want to get into nitty gritty shit, this is where you go. Look at all these. These are all Skyrim, yeah. Wait, no. But like people were like, yeah, there's no cloud saves. Like a lot of games on Steam still don't have cloud saves. It's not you shouldn't expect that. I think kind of like Just Cause 2 was like one of those first Steamwork games. Say with quotes, meaning that they're gonna have like a lot of Steam integration, cloud saves, and then kind of Just Cause 3 came out and it didn't have cloud saves. So it's just it's really inconsistent on what's going to have cloud saves and what isn't. One of the things that Origin have is actually cloud saves for all the games. So like there was a game. God, did I have a game? I think I had a game on Origin Access. It was Dragon Age Ultimate Edition. It had cloud saves on the Origin version, but not on the Steam version. I'm like, wow, dude, the Steam's really good. I really don't like Steam. I think Steam is just too big. There's just so much garbage. I think, you know, people bitch about, hey, this page shouldn't be here. Most of these store pages are literally ads. They don't do anything. You know, it's pretty shitty. It's pretty shitty. So what was it? The new one before I got sidetracked was Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds, which officially said, hey, we're gonna go for Epic. Now you're wondering, wait, why are these developers doing this? Because Epic is such a fucking powerhouse now with Fortnite, and they're just like printing out fucking money. They'll be like, hey, yeah, we're just gonna give 85% across the fucking board to developer cut. So what happens on Microsoft, PlayStation, iOS, Google, all these platforms, you buy stuff, there is a cut. Usually it's 70% goes to the developer, and then 30% goes to the holder, the platform holder. So Microsoft gets a cut on Xbox, Sony gets a cut on Sony. Kind of the more bigger ones that people like actually talk about is on iOS. Some things are not there compared to something on Android because Apple needs a cut. Like, I don't even think you could buy a subscription to Netflix on Jesus Christ, I say on iOS because Netflix does not want to give that money to Apple. So 85%, that's a lot of money. Valve said, hey, we're going to do something very similar, but if your game makes more, we'll give you more type of shit. Which is like, well, this is fucking stupid. But Outer Wilds is the next big one that is kind of like, yeah, we're just going to go to the Outer Worlds. We're just going to go to the Steam. We're just going to get an Epic launcher for this. So now this is just another ad. This is made by Obsidian Entertainment, and this looks like it could be a really good kind of, you know, Obsidian RPG. It's just, I don't like this community hub shit is just so fucking nasty. Jesus Christ. It's just like a lot of the cesspool of just like, why are people just ripping into this? I'm already exhausted with Steam and Origin accounts. It's like, holy fuck. You know, it's just, yeah, you're right. And I don't like Steam. So I'm just going to go buy my games on Xbox or PlayStation where I just need one account. You know, I don't need that extra shit. So I assume within the next few days, there's going to be a thing like, we're going to like take this page off, or like, I don't know. I think early kind of advertisements showed that this game will be coming to Steam, but like you kind of just throw that up there as Windows. Like for a while, you would just throw it up on Windows, like, or as a Windows key. It's like, it's going to be on Steam, so it's coming to Windows. It's just, there's like a lot of these pages are total bullshit. Like even this is total bullshit. One of the bigger ones was No Man's Sky. About these pages literally are fucking ads. They're literally fucking ads. I think, did they update this? Yeah, so when No Man's Sky came out in 2016, some of these pictures were just total bullshit. They did not represent the game, and people were really upset with us. Like, yeah, these are sometimes not real images and really kind of like a promo stuff, so these are just literally fucking ads. Don't get me fucking started on the goddamn fucking user reviews. I hate user reviews. They're fucking meaningless, especially nowadays where people are just review bombing. I'm okay with like a thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't like these kind of like shitty written reviews. You know, give me a star, give me that. I don't care. I don't care about your fucking opinion. A lot of the times people are like, well, this game crashed on me once, and I got a refund, so bad game. It's like, wow, dude. It's just, you know, you're gonna have to live with it. Like, if the Epic Games Launcher is really good for kind of developers. This thing has to go to the same thing with kind of paid mods too. A lot of people were very upset about that a couple years ago, and people were like, "Yeah, that shouldn't get paid. This content should be free. You know, these people work hard and created good content, and people like, and they should be free. You know." And it's just like, wow, you're right. It should be free. People should work for free. And of course, down the line, Bethesda released their own paid launcher or paid games. Also, there is the Bethesda launcher. I forgot about that one too. But you don't really need it because a lot of those games are now, all those games are now on Steam. But still, I think you need to use it. I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of entitlement with video games right now, and you gotta look back and realize, like, hey guys, you know, just take a fucking break and take a breath. Let's see. Actually, it was, yeah. So I was stumbling upon the subreddit here, and this is the reason why I wanted to make this this video of just like, it's just total shit. Like, people are like willing to start pirating a game. No, not now. I guess I have no choice but to pirate it at this point, because they do refuse to buy it on Epic Store, which will like help the developer. Like, it will literally help the developer. You're better off buying it on. It's just fucking hilarious. It's just fucking hilarious. Like, people are just so fucking entitled. Kind of another thing was with now I'm pirating it. Fuck you, Obsidian. You don't deserve my cash. Take your hood as insert racism and Jesus is like fucking wow. Like, you know, it's just when that Epic the Battle Pass came out. It's like a lot of people shit on it, but you know, there's a lot of good things in there for $10. It's probably the biggest value thing in there. Of course, those skins are not good and kind of shitty, but there's a lot of shit in there for $10, and it keeps the carrot on a stick to keep on going. Like the Fortnite Battle Pass is just, I don't know, like it's a lot better, and it's like pretty crazy for $10 too. So, hey, guess what? PC gaming is motherfucking entitled motherfuckers. I know I'm gonna get shit on for that, but like, Lord Gabe, hey, Lord Gabe, dude. People were thanking Gabe for like bringing Mass Effect collection or the Halo collection to fucking Steam, and some guy emailed Gabe's like, did you help with the bringing of Master Chief Collection to Steam? And Gabe was like, no, that was Xbox guys. It's like, praise Gabe and praise him. As about they fucking put out a game. As about they put out a fucking game that hasn't like, oh god. Let's look at, we're getting sold on, guys. See, Valve is turning the games gay. What is it? It's Artifact. Yeah, isn't that how you spell it? Remember this game that came out? This is their last game. This is Steam's last game. Came out November 2018. End of November. $20. Fucking no one is playing this game anymore. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Just fucking, oh my god. Like, I've lost all respect for Steam. They seem to have like completely abandoned this too. Yeah, this game hasn't been updated since January. I heard the big guy behind this is gone. It's like, holy fuck. Like, people need to step back. That Valve is not good either. I'm not saying, hey, Origin is the best, or, you know what? Fuck, GOG is the best. If you want to buy some games, buy them off GOG. Because you know what you can do? You can put that game on a disc or some horizontal hard drive and take that to your friend's place and give it to him. Like, they didn't even encourage that. They didn't even encourage that. That's how fucking cool GOG is. You can just download over here. You got the installer. You know, you download your game. Of course, not a lot of the newer games are here, but there's a lot of good games here. There's a lot of good games here. A lot of older games that, hey, guess what? They run on all computers. Mac, OS, Linux. A lot of these games run on both. It's this. But yeah, you get my drift. You get my drift. So there's a lot of good games here. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked this long ass video. Thanks for watching.